Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Saurabh Pawar. Today video topic is about factorial design, parallel design, randomization and blinding. Firstly, we talk about the factorial design. The factorial design is a research method used in experimental psychology and other fields to investigate the effects of two or more independent variables simultaneously. In factorial design, each dependent variable is manipulated at multiple levels and all possible combinations of these levels are tested. This allows researchers to examine not only the main effect of each independent variable but also their interactions. Let's see the example. In 2 by 2 factorial design, there are two independent variables each with two levels. This results in 4 conditions and data is collected from participants in each of these conditions. Researchers can then analyze the main effects of each independent variable and any interaction between the variables. Factorial design are valuable for exploring complex relationship between the variables and understanding how they interact to influence outcomes. They provide a more comprehensive view of the research question compared to single factor designs. Next one is the parallel design. The parallel design is in research refers to study or experiment in which multiple groups are tested or measured concurrently rather than sequentially. This design is commonly used in clinical trials and experimental research to compare different interventions, treatments or conditions simultaneously. In parallel designs, there are multiple types. First one is the multiple groups. Researchers create multiple groups or condition at the outset of study. Each group receives different treatment, interventions or conditions. Concurrent execution. All groups run concurrently, meaning they are tested or measured at the same time. This is the contrast to crossover design where participants may switch between treatments during the study. Next one is a randomization. Randomization is the participants are often randomly assigned to one group. The groups to minimize bias and ensure that the groups are comparable. Next one is a data collection. Data collected from each group independently and the results are typically analyzed to compare the outcomes of interest among the different groups. Parallel designs are efficient and practical for comparing the effects of multiple interventions or conditions simultaneously. They are often used to assess the efficiency and safety of different treatments in clinical trials, allowing researchers to draw conclusions about which treatment is most effective or suitable for a particular condition. The next is a randomization. Randomized control trial is widely accepted as the best design for evaluating the efficacy of new treatment because the advantages of randomization. Randomization eliminates accidental bias including selection bias and provides a base for allowing the use of probability theory. Next one is blinding. Blinding refers to method used to reduce bias in the studies results by preventing participants, healthcare providers or researchers from knowing certain critical information. Blinding is also sometimes referred to as masking. Now we see there are typical three types of blinding in critical trials. First one is single blind. In single blinding clinical trials, either participants or the researchers are unaware of the certain critical information. For example, if the trial is single blinded for participants, they do not know whether they are receiving the actual treatment or placebo. This helps to ensure that participants' knowledge or expectations do not influence their response or outcomes. If the trial is single-blinded for researchers, the investigators and healthcare providers who interact with participants do not know which group each participant belongs to these reduce the potential for bias in the way treatments are administered or outcomes are assessed. Next one is a double-blinded. In double-blind clinical trial, both the participant and the researchers are unaware of certain clinical information. Specifically, participants do not know whether they are receiving the actual treatment or placebo. Researchers and healthcare providers do not know which participants are intervention group and which are the control group. This is often considered the gold standard in clinical research design because it helps to minimize the both participants and researchers bias. Double blinding ensures that neither expectation nor behavior of participants or researchers can unduly influence the study outcomes. Next one is a triple blinding. In some cases, clinical trials, especially more complex or high stakes studies, there are additional layer of blinding known as triple blinding. In triple blinding trial, participants are unaware of their group assignment. Researchers and healthcare providers are unaware of participants' group assignment. Data analyst and statistician who analyze the study results are also kept blind from group assignment. Triple blinding adds an extra layer to protection against the bias and is used in situations where maintaining the integrity of studies results in utmost importance. Blinding in clinical trials is crucial because of it helps to ensure that the results of study are not influenced by participant or researchers' expectations, beliefs, or preference. This enhances the scientific validity of the trial, makes the finding and more reliable. Blinding is especially important in drug trials and clinical research to assess the true efficacy and safety of treatment. That's all about the video. Thank you.